Hello everyone, we're sitting here in front of an EGR systems, one from a Ford, one from a Cummins, and I'm asking my son here, Spencer, everyone knows what an EGR system, well, they've heard of an EGR system, and a lot of people haven't heard about your EGR filter that you've designed to help save this here, but let's tell the novices what an EGR system is.
EGR system stands for Exhaust Gas Recirculation, and what that is doing is recirculating spent gases into the clean side of the engine to kind of dilute the fresh air. And what that does is create a cooler burn and less NOx output.
So they're siphoning off the exhaust.
Typically anywhere from 0 to 20% on pickup applications
Okay.
is what we've seen. And EGR is used in almost every application. Where it's different on a diesel is you have all the soot that is, getting captured by the DPF. That is actually going back into your engine along with the exhaust gases. So
And the soot that we're talking about is that black smoke we used to see that's being filtered now.
correct. The EGR is collected on any part of the EGR stream, whether it be the EGR cooler, one of two valves, air intakes, grid heaters, anything it comes into contact, it will attach to.
Okay, so is that what we're looking at down in this cooler? What are we looking at here? This is a Ford.
Yeah, this is a 6.7 Ford, pretty much from 11 to present is the same thing. If you look here in the front, this is the EGR cooler passages.
Okay.
They're not overly large, so that's the first place you can have them build up.
Okay.
Restrict flow. Besides the physical part of clogging it, you can get insufficient EGR codes and things like that.
I kind of relate this to like a radiator being plugged up with bugs and dirt.
Yeah, it's just not going to work as efficiently as it's supposed to.
Okay. So it cools the exhaust coming in.
It has to run through an EGR cooler because it's, whatever your EGTs are, 800, 900 degrees. So it runs it through the cooler, cools it off before it circulates it into the engine.
Okay, so it goes from the cooler to where?
It can either go to a valve or straight to the intake.
Okay. And the
depending on
valves, do they get
application.
choked up like an intake and exhaust valve? Can?
Yeah, they can, over time they'll get built up on them and they won't, cycle their full range of motion, just more codes.
Okay. So I kind of picture that as like an old car with rings and oil burning and just choking up the valving. Is that pretty accurate?
Yeah, and there's all these pictures on the internet of people pulling the intakes off, and they're the hole is say 3 inches, and it's neck down to an inch and a half just from the soot buildup. But yeah, over time it attaches to everything. It just keeps accumulating.
Okay, so that fine exhaust soot, or not so fine sometimes, I don't know. It depends on the tune on the truck, the injectors, things like that. Goes through here, goes into the valving, goes into your cylinder, and then it washes your cylinder, right?
It can, the black smoke or soot, what we're referring to, is an abrasive material. It's it's a physical element or whatever you want to call it. So it is abrasive. Over time it could.
And I kind of relate that to taking off your air filter and not letting, we're not talking about the big debris, but the fine debris that goes through that the air filter collects. I'm not talking about the big bugs and rocks and things like that, but I'm talking about the fine debris going through there and just continuing the polish and shorten the life of that engine.
I mean, it's just like driving through a gravel parking lot. You're not going to suck up any rocks, but all that dust is not good for your engine.
Then it gets in your oil, and we've seen drastic oil the soot reductions in the oil. They're over 25% reduction in soot in the oil. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So that reduction in soot and oil is taking out the polishing compound that it's going to act like on your rings and other parts of the engine that you don't want that wear. So the diesel engine that is known for living for dang near ever, these things are shortening the life of it. And that's what an EGR system is doing to the engine.
Yeah. And oil companies, they've done things to kind of combat the soot content, but the more soot you can keep out, the better off you're going to be.
So, well, if my numbers are right, our numbers are right, and we've looked into it, you're looking at about $300 to $400 to replace the cooler on L5P. This is, I know we're talking here, but on L5P, you're talking 7 to 8 hours labor to replace the cooler only. We're only talking about the cooler, and you're talking about $140, $150 an hour. So what are those numbers? $1,200, $1,200, $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, and you're going to have to be doing that. Now we're debating, you know, we're finding out how long an EGR cooler. We have some industry experts saying 100 to 125,000 miles you're going to be replacing it. Spencer, we've seen some trucks go over that, but what the EGR filter is, it's going to drastically reduce this. It's going to take the life of a normal EGR system, and you can multiply it by about 6.5 times, because we're taking out 85% of the soot, what you designed, for only 15% of that soot is being recognized by the EGR cooler system.
Yeah.
So now you're going to have to service our filter approximately, and that's going to vary too on injectors. It's going to vary on tune.
Yeah, and just how you drive the truck, and I think that's where we see a very a different response from all the shops. Depending on how you use your truck, your EGR system could last forever, or it could last for 100,000 miles, and that goes the same for our filter. As far as being serviced, it's going to vary just depending on how you use your truck. It's a very simple process. The filter itself is not large, so it's not going to take a lot of time. The cleaning process is not going to be a major issue or time consuming.
Okay.
But it does, as you're driving and the EGR is functioning, anytime the EGR is functioning, the filter is cleaning itself. So whenever you do clean it, you're just basically cleaning out the ash from the soot burning off.
Okay. So you're going to do that once, approximate. We're going to give it approximately, just like we do our filters, about every 100,000 miles. But it could be less, it could be more. But it's going to be less than $100 or less, more likely.
Yeah.
And you're going to be doing that instead of $1,700 plus washing your cylinder, washing your bearings, scrubbing your bearings, things like that. So I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. So that's what an EGR system is. So you can actually see it. This is off a 6.7 Ford, like Spencer said. Stay tuned for part 2 of this. We're going to go over the 6.7 Cummins.